problem is, I feel like he's kind of like that neighborhood kid. You know what I mean? The one is just real annoying.
The one that smells like pee a little bit. All
yeah. And they're like, hey, I wanna hang out. I want any friends. Period. And you're like, you know what? No. However, I have some Ninja Turtles, and if you go by the tree, I'll let you play with one of them. They did try to cover up our sticker at Nickel City. I will say nothing really upset me until they covered up our spot. You know, Tober only knows who we are because he's like, oh, who's the Funky Panther? We're like one of the first stickers, us and JOE, obviously. JOE's everywhere. Us and JOE on the top of that, you know, hand blower or whatever, air blower in the bathroom.
Penis blower, too.
Yeah. And so they put it right over ours. We grabbed it, we crumpled it, we put it right where it belongs. The garbage.
Yeah. Fuck you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fuck with my boys, you fuck with me too.
Yeah, whatever crap.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know, we'll let them continue on with their fake beef that you think that they have with us.
Right. We'll let you play with Donatello. It'll be fine. All right, so we gonna get into it. I assumed Javier was gonna be here by now, but he's not. So let's just here. We gotta start the show.
Yep.
We gotta start the show.
These gnats are getting out of hand.
Yeah, I know. You open these chips. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther. Coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas, we have got an episode for you. Here on episode number 140, we have got Zeus in the house. You want to say hi?
No.
Okay, cool. We've got Zeus in the mix right now. We don't have Javier here because work or something. I don't know. Can't ever keep up. Wait, now the kids come out?
When Javier's not around.
Right. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Tim.
I'm Javier.
And we are
The Funky
Panther. Yeah, it's awkward. He kind of runs that whole,
Yeah, I didn't know where we were going with that
dynamic.
I forgot who went first and who went second.
It is what it is. What's up, boys?
Hey, what's up?
So if you're joining us on the podcast...
I feel like we've already been talking for 30 minutes, right?
I know.
Something like that.
If you're joining us on the podcast, thanks for joining us. Right now, we're going to be starting, the general content. If you caught us on YouTube, we've already been talking for about 45 minutes. So if you want to go back to our YouTube channel, you can search The Funky Panther and catch the first 30 of our general weekly content. Just kind of catching up with us and seeing what we've been up to the past couple of weeks. Because the last time we were with you, we were live at Down and Out with Trevor?
Yes, you have to put the question mark.
Right.
There's a little, you do the influx like you do with a question. And it's not even spelled like Trevor, though. You just have to kind of guess.
TRVR?
Yeah.
Yeah, but awesome dude.
No.
It was a lot of fun talking to him. We had never met him before, and he was just cool as shit. We were drinking some Funky Panther shandies over at Down and Out. Shout out again to Eric and everyone over there at Down and Out. Really amazing time over there.
Yeah, it's the first show that I watched live. You guys do Down and Out?
Yeah.
Down and Out?
This
Down
was actually...
and Out.
That was also your first time at Down and Out, right?
The first time I visited Down and Out over there off of Rosedale. It's
Yeah.
a cool little spot. And I know I watched videos of you singing with your friend, I can't remember his
Brandon.
name. Brandon.
Yeah.
You guys were doing some karaoke there.
Yeah, they do karaoke on Wednesday
cool
nights.
stuff,
This was our first time doing a live show with a speaker for the rest of the audience to hear us. Thank you, Andrew from Fort Worth Roots. I know we give you a lot of shit, but you came through with that one, giving us that speaker so we could at least allow people to hear us. We've had one other live show.
We couldn't hear you.
Wow.
We couldn't hear anything you were saying.
It's okay. We're still figuring out
We
our
were
life
laughing
situation.
when you laughed to make you feel good about it.
Thank you.
But we can hear shit.
Yeah, also on our YouTube, it sounded real bad. We got to figure that out. We got some things, some kinks to
All right, well,
fix.
Fuck me, right?
Right.
No,
When and where?
This is our second live show where we did not scripted content, not doing we were interviewing a bunch of artists or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because we've done 2 at Tulips for Amplify at 1-7. And then
we did one at Nickel City where it was
we've
just
done
the three
Nickel
of
City,
us.
which is, as I said, this is our second
Yeah,
one
yeah.
where it's not scripted,
Right.
not interviewed, just us
Good
talking.
time. You got to do that more often, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And Eric was very inviting. He was like, anytime. And we went because the AC wasn't working here.
Yeah.
But we've been talking about going to Down and Out for a live episode
And
for
Eric's been wanting us.
months
Yeah,
now.
he's been wanting us there for quite some time as
Well,
well.
if you need a new system, like that stuff's just sitting in my house.
Yeah,
or
I know.
My mom's house.
I know.
go
Unless
pick
it sells.
No, he's not selling the PA
Oh,
system.
no. Okay.
I'm selling one of the PA systems.
Well, how many PA systems?
I had two because I thought it needed another one. Like a
Yeah, look.
idiot.
Okay, I got
Borrow
you.
it from the man that's not even here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
Put
Before
it
you
in the new
leave,
studio.
we'll just put it. We'll put it in the storage.
When's the new studio going to happen?
I'm hoping August, man. I'm hoping
All right,
August.
here we go. I can't wait.
hoping August.
Can we set a date? Let's set a date.
I don't want to set a date. I don't want to set a hard date.
Don't want the pressure.
Yeah, I don't want the pressure.
So I forgot that a couple episodes ago, it's been like 3 or 4 weeks now. The one episode that we were here in the studio, electricity went out. It was hot. Javier tried to get the AC, like the mobile unit going, but then it ended up busting the breaker. And like the whole thing was just a shit show. I think the episode was about 35 minutes long, and then we just booked it to Rabbit Hole and just drank the rest of the time because it was just too goddamn hot, and it was just awful. But at the end of that episode, I was telling a story, and you had put a little thing at the end like, next time, but we didn't talk about it with Trevor. And so I just kind of wanted to kind of finish that up because someone was actually asking about it the other day. So I was talking about, whenever I got broken into at Phoenix, like the car got broken into.
Find out about what happened to the Kia on
right,
the next episode.
Right, exactly. So just as a reminder, I was in Phoenix about a month ago. Someone broke the window, took my girlfriend's purse and some other stuff, and we were like without a window for a day, and then we finally got it swapped out. It was like a whole thing. But I was thinking about how it was just not that bad because I had recently heard about a story from my buddy Soto, who's been on the podcast a couple of times. He was up in Green Bay. And they went to a Cowboys game up in Green Bay. They flew into Chicago, drove up to Green Bay. It's not a very far drive. It's like 2 hours, something like that. And so they rented a car from Chicago, drove up to Green Bay, saw the game. They're like, I don't think they stayed in Green Bay. I think they decided to go stay in Milwaukee. And so they drove down to Milwaukee, which is about a halfway point, about an hour in between the two. And so they're partying, having a good time. Apparently, there's a thing with Kias. I don't know if you knew this, Zeus. You don't drive anymore. You're living in a third world country.
It's great. I have chauffeurs in the third world country, so fuck you.
Well, they're like $1 too. Like they're amazing.
It is. It's $1 to get anywhere.
It's like
doesn't matter.
it's insane. But no. So apparently, you can just get like a thumb drive and stick it in a Kia and like turn it on or something stupid. And so like, there's been a huge deal of theft of Kias.
Technology is taking over. We couldn't get a fucking sandwich because their computers were down. They couldn't take cash because the computer was down.
Right.
At Chiba Hut the other day.
Yeah, what's going to happen when all like just one thing of technology goes down? It's like, oh well, we just can't do anything. We're just unable to do anything. So I don't know if the USB. I don't know really how it works. I think there's a lot of TikTok videos about it, but like I don't know if the USB is meant to actually like if you need anything on the USB drive, or if it's just like a thing that replaces the key. I don't know how it works, but
well, it's a push start, yeah. So I imagine it's just a sensor, like your key is the sensor, and it's a push start, and it's just putting in the flash drive.
Possibly. I have no idea.
Dude,
Either
I
way,
don't know.
there's a real easy way, apparently, for theft to happen with the Kia. So they were having a good time in Milwaukee. They were, having a good. They were lit. Okay, they were a little drunk. It's
So
like,
they shouldn't be. They did a good service by stealing the car. They probably shouldn't have been driving.
No. They were going to sober up. Obviously, they're good people.
Okay, yeah.
Before they're going to hop in the car and head back to the hotel.
Sure.
Right, like we used to when we were 23.
Right, exactly. So they get back they get back into the area where they're going to get the car, and they're like, "I'm pretty sure I parked here. It was right here." And they're like walking around, and then they realize like, "Oh no, we did park here. Someone stole it." And so they didn't get the extra insurance with the car or anything like that. Like, either did I, because a lot of times you're covered with like your own full coverage or whatever
Your credit
insurance.
card, if you put it on your credit card, usually your credit card insurance goes.
Danny told me about that recently, and I'm going to I still haven't gotten through with my insurance to see how much it's going to cost for my situation. But apparently, you can go to the credit card after that, and they'll just pay your deductible.
This isn't from experience. I just heard that too.
Yeah, I've heard that too. So I'll give an update on that, see if that works. But I told Soto this too because I talked to him after the episode. But they like charged them like $6,000, something stupid for this car, like on their credit card. And they're like, no, it's stolen. Like we'll get it. We'll go to our insurance and things like that. But the car dealership immediately like charged them. Not only that, they had to pay like $200 Uber to go from Milwaukee to maybe more than that, about like $300 or $400 to go from Milwaukee to Chicago.
Oh.
So now they're out a car, they're out this huge chunk of change on their credit card. And they've got to take an Uber the next morning. They're up all night because they're freaking out. Like anyway, I was freaking out because of a broken window. Their car was just gone. Like I can't even imagine, right?
I didn't realize. I know you said they went from Chicago to Milwaukee or whatever, Green Bay, but I was sitting there thinking like, oh yeah, they're just going to be spending time there, and then they fly out from there.
Right.
No, they had to go all the way back to Chicago.
Yeah.
Man,
It sucks, right?
that Uber driver was loving that though.
Right. So yeah, of course, that's money. So they go through all of this situation. I think, obviously, I think they were able to talk the place down a little bit. They ended up finding the car in Memphis, Tennessee. Like, it was states away in Memphis, Tennessee, and they found it. And apparently there was, like, no damage to the vehicle or anything, and they just took it back to the dealer or the car rental spot, and then apparently they just kept, like, renting it out. Like,
the thieves took it back to the car rental spot?
They found it in Memphis, and I guess they repossessed it back to I don't have any idea. But they had ownership of it again. And so Soto and his friend were like, okay, so you're not charging us for the car because we didn't have it. So
also, did you say they got charged $6,000?
it was something like that. It was like some obnoxious, like thousands of dollars.
That's not a bad price for a whole car.
But it wasn't it was like, you're not wrong.
This is just we're gonna charge
it
you.
seems like it was a
6,000,
placeholder. Yeah.
and then we're gonna hit you for like the 15 later.
Right.
Do you think that the car rental place like hires these thieves and then charges people?
So here's the deal. So they ended up not charging them for the previous amount, right? They're like, okay, the car's not stolen. We have it in our possession now. However, this car has been gone for 15 days. So we're going to charge you 15 additional days at our normal rate. It ended up still being like $2,000 or $3,000 or something like stupid. And they're like talking them down. And I think they ended up getting close to $1,000.
They had to negotiate this?
Yes.
Good Lord.
I'm like this. So I'm not.
I want to know who they went with.
I don't have no idea, but it sounds almost like what you're saying is like someone just goes in and steals these and is like, oh no, you're gonna pay.
It's
us.
like
the kids tell me that sounds sus, bro.
Right.
Soto probably
Shit
went with one of
sus
those
as
one of those like penny savers or whatever.
Okay, so all this aside, okay, say they lost $1,000. Like I'm probably gonna be out $500. Money's money. It is what it is. The biggest issue though is they had all their stuff in the car, so they lost all of the things. And then I think that Soto's buddy had like this old starter Cowboys jacket or something like that was like in the family for a long time or something like that. Like just something you just can't get back. And that's the problem. It's not the car. It's not some of the shit that you just bought that were, like fucking shoes that you just got for $200. Fuck all that. It's like the shit that you can't get back like that. That's pretty rough.
Do you think the people who stole it kept that stuff, or do you think the car company just kept it?
I don't know, man. It's just rough. So whenever this happened to me, the whole time I was thinking, well, it's not that bad. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking window.
No
you know what I mean?
shit, man.
It's pretty rough.
I can't imagine. Like I've never thought of my car, like renting a car and having it stolen.
Yeah.
I've never had one of my cars stolen, so I don't know.
When I bought my Scion XB, they talked me into getting some LoJack. Nobody ever even looked at my car. Not once. You know what? I left the doors open too and get stolen.
So you have LoJack?
I have LoJack in my car. Yeah. They got me, man.
On the fun bus?
Full warranty and everything.
Nice.
They really bent me over.
Hey, okay.
I told one of my ex coworkers about that. He used to be used car salesman. He was like, they really took you to town on that. I was like, shit. You paid how much on a $16,000 car? It was like $32,000.
Wait, what?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. How much was the LoJack?
Like $500.
Oh, okay. So that's not.
I'm sitting there thinking it's like that LoJack is probably like $5,000.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Got a $5,000 car, and they sold me a $10,000 LoJack.
That's right.
All right, so that was kind of an update from a couple episodes ago. Sorry that it's taken so long to get back to the story, but there it is, right? But we do have some group news. We got some stuff to talk about real quick before we get into some of the content.
Yeah, real quick. We need your help.
We need you.
No,
Just a camera.
Do we?
I don't know.
I was looking for you to continue a conversation.
Give us money.
No.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so a couple things. First off,
What the fuck is happening?
I have no
might
idea.
not be.
He just does these things. Now you know what I'm talking about, dude. I've been talking about it for
It
weeks.
happens.
All right, so we had the most amazing event last Friday, and to kind of tee it up, first off, Jesus was already going to play, so there was already going to be an amazing event over at Panther Island Brewing as Jesus, JD, and Joe were going to perform some music over at Panther Island Brewing like they do. And every time it's an amazing show. However, we thought that we would do a thing and kind of steal the thunder a little bit and try to raise some money. So we worked with Saving Hope, which is a animal rescue that we've talked about here again on the podcast before.
Yeah.
We worked with our friend Sydney over there at Saving Hope, and we worked with Panther Island Brewing. Shout out to Panther Island Brewing to kind of turn Jesus' concert into a huge fundraiser where we were able to raise money. People brought dog supplies and dog food and puppy food and all sorts of stuff. And pets were available. Dogs were up for adoption during the event as well.
One got adopted, yeah?
I think 3 were actually in the middle of getting adopted. Like one for sure, and then I think 2 more like in the works right now.
That's a win.
So adoptions are happening. We also raised around $2,500 in one night.
She said, I remember at the end of the night, she said that's like 10 times of what they usually make.
It was amazing,
Or raise,
right?
I'm sorry.
Shout out to Panther Island Brewing for donating some of the money from the wristbands from that night, and then also everybody that has donated through the Venmo that we had on the tables. And then also we had a deal where if you brought any kind of puppy or pet or dog supplies, you can get a free beer. And we had probably $600 or $700 worth of pet supplies.
Easy.
At least. And so a lot of good stuff. And so huge success. So shout out to, again, Panther Island Brewing, Saving Hope, you, Zeus, for allowing us to kind of take over your already existing event.
Of course, man. Anything for those puppies.
And yeah, it was, I just can't believe, I was on a high. I'm still kind of on a high. I mean, how many people do you think were there?
A lot.
I would say about 600 easy.
1,000, I'd say. But
I mean, probably a couple hundred,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
I don't know how to gauge that really well, but
to put it in perspective, I thought we had quite a few for our 100th episode party there.
yeah,
And this was way more than that.
it was insane.
Standing room only, mostly very tough to walk
My
around
parents
there.
brought their own chairs.
They did.
and sat right in front.
and thanks to your dad, he was the biggest fan out there, just cheering me. He was hoarse at the end of the night. I don't know if you heard him.
Yeah, I did.
He was hoarse.
Yeah.
It was
And
terrible.
then we finished the night. We went to Tapatios. That was another thing we did. Oh, JB Juniors. Ooh,
Oh, I missed it so much. It was
all
good.
dirty to me.
Yeah, I wish I'd stayed, but I had to get up early the next day to go to work for a stupid class.
It's all right, man.
Stupid bettering yourself. How
Yeah,
could you,
I
Tim?
know.
Either way, it was a very successful event, and so shout out to everybody. Thanks for coming out. I think we're going to try to do one of those almost every year. Like we've talked about doing something in July, like a Christmas in July or something like that. But you come in every summer and you play music everywhere. So we're just going to hijack one of your events
Hijack
at
all of
Panther
them if
Island
you want.
Brewing, and then we'll do it again.
Yeah, I
because-
mean, they were so impressed with it. They want us to do this every year. They said, every summer that Zeus is in town.
You know what's funny is like events like that are so hard to put on because there's so many moving pieces. But when you have really good people like Sydney and Johnny that are like Johnny from Panther Island Brewing and Sydney from Saving Hope that are like everyone's putting in the same amount of work. It's like you didn't do anything, and something like that goes off with a hitch. Like
Put our name on it. That's it.
yeah, exactly. Like we just have a logo on it. I mean, we did some marketing and stuff, but like man, the work was so good and so easy thanks to them, and so. Yeah, awesome.
No, thank you guys for doing that for Saving Hope. I mean, it goes a long way, and they gave you a free ticket for every thing that you purchased from a pet store and brought it.
Yeah.
To donate, right?
Yeah.
How many tickets did you get?
Well, no, they for any you're supposed to bring one item. I brought a bunch just to. Yeah.
How many tickets did you get?
Well, I got a lot of tickets to give out because I was helping with the event. I only used 5 of them.
Yeah.
I only embezzled a couple.
No. So another thing is coming up, and we need to be ready for this, Tim.
Okay.
Okay. I don't even know if you know about this yet. You know we're emceeing an event here pretty soon.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, I
Where?
do know that.
Okay. So on July 29th, your boys at the Funky Panther get to MC an event. We're going to be talking about, announcing all the musicians and everything that are coming out on stage for an amazing thing that's going to be happening at the Cicada. It's going to be Ernie Day.
Ernie Day.
Ernie
He's going to
Day.
go Ernie mode.
Ernie mode. 10 shots.
We're going to
Ernie
have 10
Day.
shots lined up.
There's going to be a lot more than 10 shots lined up on Ernie Day.
I'm going to need some Pedialyte
Yeah, for sure.
because it's Ernie Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be absolutely amazing. Make sure you mark your calendars for July 29th. It's going to be Ernie performing, and I know that Dank and some of the guys are going to be performing. They still haven't announced everyone that's going to be performing just yet, but it's going to be absolutely insane. July 29th, your boys will be there. Some of the best in Fort Worth are going to be there, and it's going to be the Cicada, which I still haven't even been yet, so I'm excited about checking that out. Used to be Mass. Did you ever go to Mass?
Yep.
Yeah, so now it's called the Cicada, and so really looking forward to that. So July 29th. July 29th.
That's right next to that money laundering business you were talking about, right?
Down and out? No.
No.
What?
the milk place.
Oh yeah, yeah. I still think that. What is it called, Tim? What's the milk spot called? Vandervorts.
Vandervorts.
That place is
Vandermeer?
got to be some Vandervorts. It's got to be some kind of money laundering. Someone's got to prove me wrong on this because this place is huge. They talk about they have milk and ice cream. I've looked online. I can't find Vandervorts milk anywhere.
It looks like the Mr. Freeze ride from Six Flags. in there.
No, they sell it it to what's it called, like Kroger, I think, or something like that.
Okay, so it's like a Vandervort's milk only in Kroger?
It's not like Kroger brand.
Most Krogers are closed. Oh,
Yeah.
It's whatever that brand is.
From the chat, there's already some people that bought some tickets for Ernie Day. Hell yeah. Looking forward to it. Again, July 29th, Ernie Day. We're going to be there. Another thing is we have got some new merch coming. We've been working with our sponsor over at Printed Threads to come out with some new hats, new shirts, maybe some patches. We still have some stickers and some pins. We've got all sorts of stuff, and so we'll be kind of relaunching our market, our merch and stuff like that here pretty soon. But we're going to be in person with all of our merch on October 29th. I know it's a long ways away.
It's a long ways, but just mark it in your calendar.
Everyone goes to Arts Goggle anyway. You know what I mean? But your boys at the Funky Panther are going to have a booth at Arts Goggle.
you're on your phone right now, right? Just go to your calendar app. What day is it?
October 29th.
Well,
October 29th.
Don't stop watching though. Like just keep on watching, and then
stop
do
watching.
Or don't stop listening. And if you're driving and you're listening to this, don't stop and have an accident either.
You
What's
can
bad?
stop first, so you don't have an accident.
Stop and pull over immediately.
No, go faster and just let go of the steering wheel.
People are going to have, this is going to be a liability. All right, October 29th, Arts Goggle, we're going to have a booth. We're going to have all of our merch there available. We'll probably be doing some like live content and live podcasts.
Yeah, I think we're going to do, we're going to record, probably have some people dip in, talk for a bit, dip out.
Dip in, dip out.
There might be some collabs happening. Some other podcasts were like, "Oh, y'all got a spot? Can we put some merch in there too?" I'm like, "Only if you're going to sell your merch, because we ain't selling your shit. If we sell your shit, we're keeping your money."
Listen, I don't
That's just how it
mind
works.
other people helping us with the booth because I want to go see all the musicians perform.
I know.
And that means
Yeah.
we're going to have to stay there all day. I want to go see, I mean, there's always such great musicians performing at Arts Goggle.
There's gonna be quite a few.
I don't want to miss that shit.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
Also, can I just, Christy? We don't need you poking holes in our conspiracy theories.
She knows. She knows what's up.
What'd she say?
Christy from the chat. Maybe it's packaged as other brands. It is.
Talk about the milk.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
I don't need that from you.
I
all
thought
right?
I thought about that too, Christy, and we're here for entertainment. All right, so
What they should call it is Vandervort's unbranded milk. You know what I mean? Like, make it obvious so I don't automatically assume that it's a front. That's on them. All right. Any other group news, Tim? Did anything that I missed? It's quite a bit.
No, I think that covers everything. Chad, just make sure you're there in July
29th.
the 29th for Ernie Day.
Yeah.
So you can see it's Ernie. We're gonna go Ernie mode with 10 shots, and then we're gonna have some Pedialyte afterwards.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna take my phone away.
Oh, my God.
Oh God, I thought I saw ghosts.
Jesus Christ. There's a caveman walking
Jason
through the
Bourne.
house.
Come on in.
There's a caveman walking through the house.
When you do, please step around.
lightly.
Yeah.
Do not mess these cords up.
What the hell?
I'm the Vandervort's money laundering.
Let's not get started on QPDR. We're just
Talk about money laundering. Jesus Christ.
Have you seen those? Have you ever heard that conspiracy though? We're gonna go on conspiracy talk just real quick since we're talking about money.
Yeah,
money
the
laundering.
rest of the episode is all up to you, man.
I was hoping you would.
But have you seen up in I think Chicago or the greater Chicago area all the mattress firms or mattress giants or whatever? There's like they're like blocks away from each other, and it makes no sense that there's that many mattress stores in a concentrated area that they're saying it's a money
Oh, you
laundering
mean like
front.
Starbucks? Can you hear me? I can't hear myself.
Yeah.
You sound great. I missed you.
Yeah, turn your volume up there.
There you go. Keep doing it. Just talk.
No.
Try it now.
Y'all can hear me though, right?
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear you.
It don't matter.
Okay. So
Can you hear us?
I mean, there's a lot more people like in concentration. You know, there's a lot more concentration of people in Chicago compared to like Fort Worth. So maybe that's what it is.
Oh, hang on. That's
No,
all
not
messed
that
up.
many mattress stores.
It's like the vacuum stores that no one goes to.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that too.
Just like over Jacksboro
Like the
Highway.
one in River Oaks.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Thank you, buddy.
What was that one called?
Suckers.
Suckers.
Suckers money laundering.
Cops were like, what's your business? Suckers.
Nice.
Man, why can I can see the fucking building?
Yeah, I know. With the big stupid fucking
Hoover
vacuum.
sucking company.
If you look on Google Maps, I think it's still there.
It's the same name as that milk
Well,
company.
there's still one. There's still one on
vacuums.
It'd be hilarious. It's like the fucking bad guy in Batman shows. Like it's like Vandervorts are everywhere, you know, or like LexCorp.
Yeah, just no one cares.
Acme Acres.
There's one. There's still one in Fort Worth though. It's still in Camp Bowie.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. It's kind of by the tattoo shop.
Evans.
That's it.
Evans Vacuum.
That place is definitely a fucking
Did
front.
I fuck with anybody else's mics? No.
No.
That's just you, man.
Yeah, like I mean, who needs a specific vacuum store? Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, back when vacuums were like 1,000 diggity too, you know what I mean?
I had a
dollars.
guy show up at the house trying to
Maybe.
sell me a Kirby vacuum.
Hey there,
door to
buddy.
door.
I'm here
it's-
selling vacuums.
Does it look like Kirby? Like the
I wish, man.
It was actually Kirby.
It was Kirby. The guy was actually Kirby.
It was actually King
I
Doo-Doo-Doo.
shut my
or
door
whatever
just
his
in
name
time
is.
because he almost sucked me right off.
Yeah, he sucked you right off.
I got this pink piece of shit here nobody likes. His name is Kirby, and he'll suck you dry.
please, I'm out of work.
It's like
You bros want to smash?
like in the Flintstones, you know, they had that fucking possum like eating all the trash, you know, and then like I think Rick and Morty did it, and he's like, "You have a doctorate. Why do you keep doing this? It puts food on the money, Sheila, or money on food on the table, Sheila." Oh, I'm tired.
Well done.
I do want to say this real quick.
Say it.
Fuck 7-Eleven and fuck Slurpees. Today's
Okay.
7-Eleven day.
Slevel and 11.
Today's
Slurpee day, yeah.
Slurpee day.
Did they deny you a Slurpee?
No, all the goddamn kids were over there. I feel old now.
Yeah.
All the goddamn kids were over there getting their free fucking Slurpees, and I just wanted a Coke Slurpee.
Listen,
Work all day.
they're gonna go to sleep here in a minute. We'll go after the show, bro.
We'll go after
It'll be
the
fine.
We'll wait, mijo. Wait.
You know what else? Jesus won't be able to join because he'll be back home in the motherland. But like next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you can get Rangers tickets for $7 or $11. It's like a 7-Eleven special.
Fuck. Sorry.
Yeah,
I really wanted to go to a Rangers game while I was here, and
Oh,
I
man.
didn't get to. It's fine.
yeah. But yeah, I kind of want to go to the game next, like
Just,
Monday or Wednesday.
Just fly back in.
What do y'all want to go to the game? You want
Worth
to
it. $7 ticket for $1,000 plane.
No worries.
You want to go $7 game?
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Yeah, let's go
I haven't
check
been,
it
I
out.
haven't been to a Rangers game.
One
since
time I
they-
drove all the way to Lubbock to go watch Star Wars with Danny because he had an extra ticket. I was like, I'll go.
That was a wow. It cost you $78 to go for a free movie.
Also to visit them, but mostly the movie.
Let's be honest.
Which Star Wars movie?
The one with the Luke Skywalker in it. I don't know, man. It was. I don't know.
Great.
I just
Hey.
want to hang out with Danny.
Sam is coming in the chat saying, Javier, your hair looks like Brad Pitt, the movie Troy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Your body doesn't, but your hair does.
You look like a fucking Pillsbury Doughboy.
No, I didn't say that.
It's me.
But I mean, you're right. But no, I did not say that.
Man, my face is glistening with all the sweat.
Yeah.
Everybody says, by the way. I
All
don't
right.
know.
We
You
can
fixed
turn
your
the
AC,
air
right?
down. It's 71 degrees in here. We gotta.
I'm not that
turn it
hot.
down to-
No, it's just the oil on my skin. The light reflects.
Yeah, it's just,
Sorry, guys. I gotta.
All right, so do we want to get into?
yeah, get into your stuff, bro. We don't. I don't think we're doing news with Tim anymore.
All right, cool.
Are we done with that? I think we're done with that
Forever?
We'll see
Yeah.
what happens though.
because we're just talking about stuff now.
Okay.
Now we're all just going to bring things to the table and not do news with Tim or sports. We're just going to.
All right.
If it's included, it's included.
Hey, so have you seen? Have you seen the TikTok that was going on with the lady on the airplane claiming
Yes.
that there's a lizard man?
Yes.
All right, so I've got some audio from that. I'm going to play real quick just to let's dissect that.
I saw a TikTok where the guy said he was that guy, and I don't know if it was him
it
or
was
not
fake.
for sure.
He had the tattoos on his face.
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that. He does a lot of Freemason stuff, so he was just like joking on that.
Okay, I thought so. All right. I'm ready for it whenever, you know.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason.
Mind
why
you,
I'm
this
getting
airplane's
the fuck
flying
off,
right now.
and
Right.
Everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
Look, if you're gonna do edibles to help you sleep during a flight,
I'm just trying to figure out how much did she eat, man.
yeah. If you're gonna, because I did that on the way here, right? Like,
Yeah.
I snuck in a gummy, and I was like, "That's suspicious." Just one gummy in a baggie, so I had to like mix it with a bunch of different candy.
They didn't check you?
No, man. What? Yeah, I'm brown too.
That's international.
I
Well,
know.
the dog might
Get him, everyone. We got him. He admitted.
Yeah, don't. So on the way back, I won't have anything. So don't worry. TSA,
like
don't
20 cops pile out of that
Come
little
out of the
closet right
closet.
for that one gummy. He's like,
We got him, everyone.
How'd you? We got him. It's like that.
go, Chapo.
Remember back in the 90s, Elian Gonzalez.
They got guns.
They got guns for this like little kid.
Jesus.
That's jacked.
No, so yeah, I took that edible. And
Anybody like wonder why his name was Elian?
It was half a gummy.
Okay.
She must have not done that.
And you were feeling pretty good?
I fell asleep for like 8 hours. It was great.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And you can sit on
Not
this
whatever this
plane
is.
and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to.
She was trying to get off mid-flight.
But okay, but did you hear the end? Hang on.
sorry.
Just listen to.
With them or not. I'm not going to.
Bye. Tim's like, that was me. I was on that flight. Bye.
All right. I mean, she looks normal. That's the thing. It's like she looks like just this normal.
So do you, man. They always do. You know.
But I don't spat off like screaming on the airplane. I know better than that.
I don't know. I've seen you.
Look, I know better to be on an airplane than to be on an airplane screaming.
Okay, I've seen you scream about a show called Kunk on Earth that was on Netflix.
That's different.
About baby Jesus, and you just screamed it so loud that your face was turning purple. You're not the same as that person on the airplane?
They were talking about baby. You don't see as many pictures of baby Jesus on a cross as you should.
You lost your shit. You lost your shit, bro. Yes, you were that person.
Yeah, but I wasn't on an airplane.
That's true. That's true.
Look, I was in a safe space with my safe friends.
And I thought this was never going to come up again.
Remember that baby joke, and I don't want to repeat it.
Oh, please don't. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, that's weird. Did they ever explain like whatever happened with her? Like was it just like drugs?
I haven't heard. I haven't heard anything else yet. And I didn't dive into it trying to figure it out. But like, I saw that, and
More hard-hitting news with Tim.
so we're not doing news with Tim anymore.
Yeah, but even if we were, that's going to be the end of it.
I wasn't going to dive into it. I was like, I saw enough.
It's like every other episode.
There's
No shit.
there's not a good enough excuse for.
It's like those kids that does the oil. Where'd your reference come from? Google. Just the header on Google, the very first link that came
Yeah.
up.
What's the next one? Wikipedia. That's all true. You know it is.
Yeah.
Maybe she used to get toasty like at a TGI Fridays, like JD used to before every flight,
Sheesh.
and then ask for shots.
That guy missed many of flights. Many of flights.
Sure
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Because of having a good time at TGI Fridays at the airport. Like, jeez.
Yeah, I just it's kind of scary. Like, and that they had just recently, a few days ago. You're going to be flying internationally here in a little bit. Some guy, they were almost to Seattle. He flipped out, handed a note to a sky waitress,
Yeah.
and flight attendant,
Sky waitress.
and then it said that there is a bomb on this plane. I made it out of homemade parts. I have the detonator. If this plane lands, they're going to Seattle. This plane lands in Seattle, I'm going to detonate this. Take it anywhere but Seattle. High-level cartel are after me. Blah blah blah. Right?
Why would someone go to that extent?
I don't know. The guy
When was this?
the guy did a couple shots.
Yeah.
Okay, before this was literally like the 23rd of last month, I think.
Where's
Or-
JD? JD's here, right? Yeah, he's here. He's been here.
Yeah.
No, he's in Cayman Islands.
Oh, what?
They took him anywhere, and they decided Cayman Islands. So they diverted to Spokane, but the guy didn't have anything. They say he was drunk. He said before he decided to do the note, he had thought about other ways. He just wanted to get arrested so he'd be protected from a high, just this high-profile cartel that was.
So that
after
was
him.
true. So that part was true.
That's what he's saying.
So okay.
Gen Pop, bitch.
If it,
I mean, I hate to say that makes sense because it doesn't, but like I guess that would be the only way to be like, okay, maybe he's not fucking crazy because he's obviously fucking crazy.
They diverted to Spokane, which was like 200 something miles away from Seattle.
Yeah, it's a
I have
ways.
no idea what happened to the other
Driving
people.
distance, they can get them there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The flight has been diverted. Vámonos, everybody.
Órale, this guy went to Spokane. Let's go.
You don't have to. We talk normal. Like
Oh.
we talk like this, man. Thanks for letting me be on the podcast, everybody.
It's like Always Sunny. It's like, do your best Latino. He's like, okay. Or what's your best Brazilian accent? He's like, okay. Let's go see the Dodgers.
Nice.
Hey, homie, órale.
All right.
What else we got, Tim?
So another thing I found kind of interesting. It sounds like a fucking movie, and I think it is. I think this is actually the premise of Ocean's 11, 12, 13, however many they are. But recently they just had a jury picked in a trial on Las Vegas police officer accused of stealing $165,000 in trio of casino heists. He went into these fucking casinos, straight up stole this from a movie, and robs these casinos for $165,000.
I don't feel like that's enough.
It's not. If I learned anything from Ocean's 11 and 12,
Yeah.
and 13,
You got to do it on the day of the big fight.
and 18 and 8, Ocean's 8, right? There's an Ocean's 8. Yeah. You got to do it on the big fight. You got to get a little Asian guy that can cram into a little suitcase,
Right.
And then he springs out and steals all the stuff for you,
Right.
This guy
As
did
they
it.
do.
He did it all by himself. I think he was greedy. He wouldn't have gotten caught if he had gone with the plan.
It wouldn't have gotten caught if he had a little Asian man. Let's be real. If you had an Asian man, you would have gotten
I mean,
away.
I just don't understand how he can only get away with $165,000 and then still get caught. But that's not enough to make it worth it, right?
I don't
that's
think so.
not enough.
Maybe that's all he got away with.
I
He
mean-
was trying to do it in different casinos.
He went to several casinos, got $165,000 after 3 casino heists.
Ah, yeah, that's
they're
what
they're
you
saying that he was a gambling addict and he had he was under a lot of debt.
I mean, that's the only reason he would steal. I
So
imagine.
is all your news today just crazy people?
Yeah,
it's
man.
just all just crazy people.
It's the most interesting people.
It is the
Oh, it's going to get better here in a little bit. But
Yes.
I want to. This posed a question that I want to know. Is there an amount of money that you would risk it to steal?
Risk it for the business.
Like if you knew, someone told you, the old Bank of America in River Oaks, it's been closed, but inside the vault,
Yeah.
somebody left, $160,000, or someone left $1 million in there,
and half a Subway sandwich.
and half a Subway sandwich. I mean, would that be
kind of
enough to risk? I might give it a shot.
Meatball sub or
I don't think so. Just because I don't think I'd want to risk it unless it's worth a lot of fucking money. You know what I mean? I'm talking like $1 million plus, and then I'd be like, okay, maybe. But the more you risk it, the more time you're going to be spending if you get caught. And so I just don't see there to be a level to where I'd want to.
But also back to that sandwich thing. If there's lettuce on that sandwich, how long has it been sitting there? Because that shit gets soggy.
It ain't gonna be crispy no more.
Did you know that actually happened to the Bank of America here in River Oaks?
Oh,
Sandwich?
sandwich,
Rob?
the sandwich.
No, it was the manager at the Bank of America here in River Oaks was skimming off accounts, just small amounts, say small amounts, but
Superman 4.
thousands of dollars off of $1 million account for years.
Really?
And so when you talk about a way to get this person pulled
Because then
away millions of dollars,
it just looks like a clerical error.
right.
At that point,
It's
right?
just a little bit here, a little
Like
bit
an
there.
office space.
Yeah, but after 5 years.
I put the decimal in the wrong point.
Right. After 5 years, it becomes millions of dollars.
Yeah, right.
However, at what point? I think that's a better question. If you were to be in this situation, at what point are you that's enough? And then just go to fucking, I don't know.
It'd have to be enough that
Sweden
I
or
could
something.
live off of.
or Switzerland.
It's never enough, man. I don't think if you're gonna be stealing that amount of money, I don't think it's ever gonna be enough.
So this happened recently.
For you to just tuck and roll and go?
Never.
It happened recently at Amazon. This lady had been stealing for 4 or 5 years, and she stole I think $2.8 million, and so she got caught because she bought a mansion and a Ferrari and a Tesla. Bitch, why what are you doing buying all that stuff?
So I had a friend of mine
His name's Tim.
that I met. Yeah.
He's this man.
Tim S. That's too obvious.
The cops bust out of the closet again.
We got him, everybody. We got him.
No, I knew this
And
guy.
his Mexican friends.
Oh, not me, Holmes.
Okay, let's go see the Dodgers. You got the Dodgers in jail?
I knew this guy. He stole a couple of million from Chesapeake. He was a land one of those land guys. or whatever.
Landman.
Yeah.
Landman.
Stole a couple million, man, and he got hit with mail fraud. Is how they caught him. But I mean, I would dip out. I think I would dip out as long as it was enough to live off of. Right.
Right.
If I could go, how much would $1 million get me? How far would it get me in Egypt?
Oh man, you'd be the king of the hill. That's
Could live there for a long time
for
on
a
$1
long
million,
time,
right?
especially now with the inflation or the depreciation of the Egyptian
million?
pound.
Like if it,
You'd get 300 million pounds right now.
That would last for life.
No, it's
That would last for life.
I mean, if you live,
Dangerously? I always live dangerously.
but is it enough?
modestly. So
Is it
right,
enough if
right,
I gave a $10 bill to an Egyptian man would he pull a whole Euro trip and buy the like? I'll buy my own hotel.
Like I'm telling
Slap
you, like
him like for a nickel.
in Bratislava. No, so like I said, like our Uber trips
Yeah.
from one place to another, like $1 now, like which is a little bit pricey, but that's pricey. Is $1. Say I'm going from here to Walmart.
Yeah.
It's gonna be $1 to get there.
Man,
When you consider how much people pay monthly on their cars and gas and things like that, and say you went on 10 rides a day, that is still $3,600 a year. That's still so much less than any of us would spend here. And that's
I think
a little crazy.
Look,
You're not
all
going
right.
that many places at once.
I would pull the whole Office Space thing, dip out at a cool $1.5 million.
yeah.
$1.5
Would
million.
you would you invest that money? in
I
the
don't know if you
future?
could.
Could you? Would you?
Can you
Because I
launder
think
it?
I
Just
think
launder
you'd
it.
have to launder it. Yeah.
Yeah, throw it in the washing machine and then
And so then,
Yeah,
but then
it's
how
gotta
much?
be
But how much
cleaned.
am I going to lose laundering it?
Buy
though?
some milk.
Vandervorts, I hear they're a great spot.
hey, Evans Vacuum Company or Evans Vandervoort.
Just bring Evans Vandervoort back.
Coming in from the chat, Herbie says I could buy a pyramid for that.
Oh, hey.
But
Just
the little
a-
ones, the Queen's
yeah.
pyramids, not the big ones.
Yeah, there's 7 pyramids. The 4 small ones, right?
Yeah.
You know, I heard another thing about that manager who worked at that Bank of America. He was fisting people in there.
It was a woman.
I
by
think they
the
were
way.
saying hand over fist. He was making money hand over fist. Javier.
Wait, is there 7 or 9 pyramids?
7.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And it's to indicate the 7 wonders of the world.
No, what? They were made as soon as they said we should make 7 wonders of the world. They're like, we'll just do that with little pointy things here in the desert.
It's to indicate the 7 wonders.
Just to show you, they're all pointing in the direction of the 7 wonders.
The whole point of it's like they're like, hey, I forgot where I parked my camel. Build the pyramid there, so I remember where I put my camel.
But do it in a Mexican accent now.
Okay.
They say that we were that an alien race came and showed people how to build those.
Yeah, the
pyramids.
Mexicans.
And
That's
they're
why
actually-
they say aliens.
So there's
It's true. Nobody wonders about the Mexican pyramids,
know.
Yeah, right?
but everybody wonders about the Egyptian ones.
There's a theory though that that the Sphinx originally
Sphincter.
was not the cat head was not they originally had a cat head and not the pharaoh.
The Egyptians
right?
found it that way, like with a head missing.
Yeah.
For the cat, and they just put a pharaoh's head on it. Yeah, that's a conspiracy theory. But
What the fuck is
know.
that fly doing?
There's so many gnats.
Really?
There
Yeah.
are so many gnats in this house. We don't know
When
where
was the
they're coming
last
from.
time that you were in this house?
I've only been here like once a week.
oh, okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
And I threw away like all the food.
It looks really nice.
It doesn't
your place.
smell like you threw away all the food. The
it
fridge
should.
is
Just
pretty,
don't open the fridge.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's awful.
The fridge is pretty rough.
I haven't been in there in a minute.
It,
God damn.
hell,
it
there's
smells
eggs
that
in
way.
Well, with the new dog and, the cat.
Now that we got Javier in here,
Yeah.
look, I've got some questions to ask.
Yeah.
So we came into the studio, and granted, Chad and I left it kind of
Okay.
a mess.
Happy.
Happy.
we left it kind of a mess. It was 100 degrees in here. We had to
Yes.
get the stuff and get out of here.
Yeah,
we
of
spent
course.
15 minutes. We were dying.
Absolutely.
But we found a bottle of Black Label on the floor,
Yeah, that one right there. Can I have some of that?
and I'm wondering if the people doing your AC system just had a party, because we also found underwear in a chair. We found
Or is that what you've been doing? Just come in here drinking some scotch.
we found shoes just strung about in the room, and there was random
Penises.
on my computer.
No, I looked for those. Oh. I didn't find one.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't been here since I was last did the. Do you see the bathroom?
I haven't seen the bathroom
No.
remodel at all.
He was trying to help clean, and then he gave up.
That's the
he
other-
literally was trying to
I
help
was like,
clean.
I'll put this on his clean bed. And it was like, oh shit.
You're like, God damn. This
That's
man
the
looks
other
like a pig.
That's the other thing. Your bathroom. It sounded like there was an alarm coming from your toilet.
I just heard that right now when I turned the 8. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's the toilet.
It's
This whole goddamn house is going to explode.
well,
Yeah, it's dangerous here.
I
All
just
right.
haven't had
All
time
right.
to be here. I just, I've been
All right, so
working
now
goddamn
that's all
much.
clear.
I work and I watch Suits. Leave me alone.
All right.
We've
Dude, everyone's watching Suits.
I haven't
Right.
watched it yet.
this
I
is not a
haven't seen it yet.
podcast. This is an intervention. Javier,
Javier.
clean shit. Whoa, no.
Oh my God.
That's
I was,
the opposite of
I was thinking of coming in here and blowing my brains out.
I'm glad we're here, so you don't do that. We'll talk about this later. Anyway,
All right. So I want to. We've talked about how AI. I feel like AI is going to take over the world.
Yeah,
Right.
this is a known thing.
We've talked about that AI robots and all that stuff. So an AI robot gave a side eye and dodged the question when asked whether it would rebel against its human creator.
Shut the
Side-eye?
fuck up.
So they had this they had this a robot human press conference took place in Geneva, where humanoids took questions from reporters. One bot, a mecha, had a snarky response when asked whether it would rebel against its human creator. Another bot insisted that it would not replace human jobs, eliciting laughter from the crowd.
That's weird.
It's so.
So is this like on? Can we go see that? Like,
I'm going to see if I can find it out. But they're still saying that it's a Freudian slip if it comes from a humanoid robot.
Yeah.
So is it a Freudian slip?
I think it's just programmed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are saying that it wasn't. Others are saying that maybe it was.
Remember in Interstellar, whenever that robot was super snarky, and he asked us, like, "Can you take it down like 30% on the sarcasm?"
Taking it down. He's like,
exactly what that
self-destruct. Was it self-destruct happening in 3, 2? We can get it down a little lower there, or some shit.
So it's quoted to say, "Robots like me can be used to help improve our lives and make the world a better place. I believe it's only a matter of time before we see thousands of robots just like me out there making a difference," said one humanoid bot called a mecha, which is known for its facial expressions. When a reporter asked whether it would rebel against its creator, Will Jackson, who sat alongside it, a mecha appeared to have a wry response.
It's Phil Jackson.
Yes.
That's the one.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Will Jackson. It's Phil Jackson's brother.
And then
Will.
the robot said, "I am for real."
And he said, giving the reporter side eye, "I'm not sure why you would think that." Emeka said after casting a pointed sideways glance, "My creator has been nothing but kind to me, and I'm very happy with my current situation."
I just remember what I was going to bring up. Remember that one? Life has been introduced with like these prosthetics for soldiers, and more power to them. But you see that clip of that one where they turned it on, and it's like,
yeah,
that jacking off motion, and he's like trying to stop it. And
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I thought you said robots. I'm like,
no, but I mean,
Isn't that what I told you, Chad, the other day? Is like when people create something new, the first thought is, how can I fuck it?
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this thing. It's always going to be the go-to forever.
100%.
It's like that episode of Dave.
So talking about AI, have you all had the opportunity to try out Bard as opposed to ChatGPT?
I've been using Bard.
Yeah,
Me too.
It's so I asked it to tell me like what's the difference between Bard versus ChatGPT, and it's like ChatGPT is more conversational, Bard's more like direct. You'll get more conversation and like conversational responses out of ChatGPT. Bard's going to give you the more relevant answers.
It also
and stuff
gives you
that.
like pictures and stuff like that too, which I don't know if I necessarily love or not, because ChatGPT is all real clean and organized and well put together, and Bard is, I mean, it's organized, but it's just kind of all over the place because it has pictures and shit like that too. However, it's real time, so anything that's out there on the internet, it's constantly scouring because it's from Google, as opposed to ChatGPT, who's only up to 2021.
It's continuously learning.
Yeah. This is when it gets weird. You know what I mean?
Scary.
Why are you cheating on your
So
wife,
actually,
Dave?
What?
I told y'all in my history class that I'm taking that I bombed my first 2 tests.
Right.
I bombed one
It's
and
because
got
your
a 7 out of-
intelligence level's low.
Yeah. So I decided to go and use Bard on those tests, like the ones to see if it could give me a correct answer, because I could see what the answers were or what I picked versus what's still there.
Right.
And it did.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you enter it as like a multiple choice question?
Yeah, I would just like copy it and put it in there and give it choices, and it would pick the right one and it'd give me context, right? However, here's where it gets a little bit different. So it doesn't have access to the course itself.
Right.
So whenever you have questions that are specifically from within the course material,
Right.
it just guesses.
How do you make your penis bigger?
And it says, I don't know. I don't have one.
I don't know.
That's what Bard says, not me.
Oh, sure.
But if I did, it'd be bigger than yours.
Yeah.
No, it's
Loser.
I was trying to figure out how to like reprogram a sunroof and a sunshade on an Acura RDX, and it gave me like perfect instructions.
I
Really?
asked it to write a song and give me chord progressions.
Wow.
And it did. Where ChatGPT cannot do that.
So Velvet Taco.
Is that a new AI?
they have Velvet Taco, which is a like taco spot. It's not like your authentic Mexican tacos by any means, right? They got like tikka masala tacos and things like that.
They got a mac and cheese taco.
He's ate mac and cheese tacos whenever he was a young boy in Mexico.
Not to forget those chicken and waffles tacos that my mom used to make all the time.
Exactly.
Mi abuela, todas las mañanas, making waffles and chicken with syrup.
Right. So they apparently have a menu. I think I don't remember where I saw it. My mom sent it to me. It was like a billboard, and they said they have a new menu completely curated by AI.
Do
So
you have a list of the foods?
no, but as Tim goes over the next thing, I'm gonna look it up.
I
I didn't even think about it till just now.
I'd be good with that. Like, I want to try.
Well, there are certain
tacos.
spots that have had curated their menu to be made from ChatGPT or like
Yeah.
or ChatGPT.
I mean, we've
or-
used it to write whole episodes.
Yeah, like whole holes.
Whole holes.
Ho episodes?
Whole episodes.
All right. So I didn't know this, but Pablo Escobar had hippos.
He did, and they were indigenous to Colombia, and now they're fucking exploding. Like the
They
population.
weren't indigenous. They weren't indigenous.
Or no,
That's-
they were.
They're invasive.
Invasive. Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
they had.
What is this? Sorry, I missed
So
it.
Pablo Escobar had like 2 female hippos and 1 male.
Because you're a drug lord, and what do
Right.
you do with your money?
And
You
so
gotta
whenever
have hippos.
whenever he got arrested and whenever he died, they just let the hippos go.
Crystal told me about this, actually. Hey, this
And
episode's
they've-
going really well. I wonder why.
Your wife's not here
That's probably why.
this time.
Is it
Let it,
recording?
Crystal. But
Damn it! I haven't been recording. No, I've been recording. Yeah. So what's interesting about it is that they've been breeding at like this rapid rate. Most of the hippos now are like adolescent, or within that like adolescent years, and so they're just like knocking boots like crazy.
Adolescents?
No.
So 37% of the hippos are juveniles, and 35% are young adults, signaling that the hippos have been breeding rapidly.
hippos are scary as shit. They're fast as hell. They're like underwater and creepy. They got mouths that can like break a car in half. Those things are they're crazy.
You want to
strong.
feed some? Come to Egypt. There's a safari where you just up close and you touch their snouts.
Oh no.
So,
no.
lose a hand.
Yep.
Fuck
The
that.
number has ballooned to between 181 to 215 hippos in just 2 years. They
Holy
originally
shit.
estimated 98 hippos in the country in 2020.
Oh, did they estimate it?
They estimated.
SA mated.
Yes, hey, how many are there?
Hey, did you know that for his daughter's birthday once, she wanted a unicorn, so he like stapled a horn to its head and it
That
died.
does not surprise me.
Holy shit! That's jacked
The
up.
hippos have been
We're gonna
running
make a hole
rampant.
for it.
They've been running rampant for the past recent years. And then in March 2023, one hippo scared parents as it entered a school playground, while a car crash that following month left one hippo dead on the side of the road.
Not only that,
shit.
but these are like just a bunch of incest hippos. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like
So-
they're gonna be like stupid and crazy.
They're saying
Bunch of simple jacks.
no.
A bunch of simple jack hippos.
How are you gonna get rid of hippos?
You look so excited.
How are you gonna get rid of hippos? Is the question. Like what as a
Easy, Lenny.
if you are a president of a country or whatever, your Department of Agriculture, how are you going to get rid of these hippos? What's your grand plan?
Gonna make hippo burgers.
Yeah, is there? I mean, are they good to eat? I don't really know.
I don't know. I've never
Ask
had
Bard.
hippo.
Ask Bard.
Yeah, as Bard, how do you cook a hippo?
First, you
Very,
don't
very, very simple. You gotta put it on the grill. But no, how would you get rid of that many hippos? Right?
I think that, like most places, you would start like a hunt. You could literally just have people pay money. Because that's the thing. People complain about hunts and things like that. But ultimately, most of the time, and of course, there's like shitty things out there and poachers and whatever. But a lot of times, it's all about population control.
Like
and
hogs.
so you go and charge somebody for
Yeah.
these hippo things, and I'm sure they can go hunt them and. I don't know.
So that's what
I don't know
they're
how
saying.
You mount a fucking hippo.
That's what they're saying on this. So that was one of the options. That's the
Gotta be
most
a baby
logical
hippo.
option. That's
Oh.
probably
It's cute, but
that's probably the cheapest option.
Yeah.
Is just hunt them because they're an invasive species. And Colombia has got one of the most diverse floras, is what they call it.
Yeah.
And it's just in all of the world, and they don't want hippos unchecked. Just
Yeah,
destroying,
they'll
right?
just ruin everything.
Yeah, it's kind of like the hog situation here in Texas.
Right.
So hunting would be the most logical, but they've also played around with the idea of giving the hippos contraceptives.
How?
In my mind, That's what I picture. Like they're just throwing out these fucking hefty bags.
Here, use these.
They don't understand, you idiot. You got to speak Spanish.
You don't want to pay child support.
Hippo's like, I got to go for milk and cigarettes.
Never comes
back to fucking...
But they're saying that the contraceptive would take 45 years to completely eradicate and a cost of $850,000. To capture and castrate them would take a projected 52 years at $530,000. And so the cheapest option is just to kill them.
Yeah, if you hunt them, you're actually charging people. Like if you do it right, you're charging people to come out there and do it. So you're actually pulling in revenue to get rid of them.
But this just put in perspective just how much fuck you money that Pablo Escobar had.
Oh, he still had some buried, like, to this day, like in spots that haven't been found.
I mean, it's just insane. You see some of like the cartel guys that have like the tigers and stuff like that, but then you start. Pablo Escobar had fucking hippos just for the fun of it.
So I looked up and I found the Velvet Taco thing. They call it Chat GP Taco, right? It's first.
Hilarious.
Nice, well done. It's first taco created by AI. So as part of its weekly taco feature, it's WTF, if you will, Velvet Taco's restaurant in DFW will offer the Chat GP Taco, its first AI-generated taco that adds novel elements to a traditional dish. So it uses Chat GPT 4 generator. And so essentially this Chat GPT
Oh, they
taco
had to pay for that.
features flank steak,
Yours
blackened
is too,
shrimp,
Hervey.
flank steak, don't ever interrupt me again. Flank steak, blackened shrimp, red chili aioli, chimichurri, crispy potatoes, grilled onions, queso fresco, jalapenos, and cilantro on a corn tortilla.
Is that the one Christy's saying that looked gross?
Oh yeah, that's got to be it. Yeah, the AI taco. So it's available from like July 12th through the 25th, and so it's worth checking out. Except for it's $6.25.
So if you don't like it, then you're fucked.
Right. I mean, it'd be worth checking out, I guess.
You want to split a taco?
Yeah, fuck it up. It's kind of like, Nickel City, they go and they do like these little mini AI generated drink menus, like 3 or 4 drinks on it, which is really nice.
I didn't realize they were doing that.
Yeah. I don't know if they're still doing it. They did it for a while, like for 2 or 3 months. Yeah.
A drink that I made was AI generated.
Yeah, that shit was good.
It was delicious.
Mine was ass.
Yours was
You had to have done something wrong.
I didn't get.
I trust AI more than I trust
It's
you.
because I didn't get the right vermouth. I didn't. I got like
you got the vermouth from the
I got the dry
from the place right down the road, right?
You got
Off
sink
of Robert's
vermouth.
Cutoff.
I got it's fucking prison vermouth.
Was it the one at Did you go to
Jesus
the
Christ.
liquor store at Robert's Cutoff?
Liquor Empire?
The one right there by the
yeah.
bungalow?
Oh yeah. The guy's like smoking.
Is that where you went though to get the vermouth?
Yeah.
Because I went there to get the vermouth too.
Really?
And I'm sure this guy was like, "Wow, we haven't sold vermouth in like
Ever."
And then 2 guys.
Well, there must be a new vermouth trend.
Because that fucking
party.
Dusting off the bottle.
that fucking vermouth was
Vermouth, I think.
my bottle was dusty as shit, man.
And no one gets vermouth. Unless you're fucking making what? Like
Manhattans.
martinis?
Yeah, Manhattan's martinis. Yeah,
Yeah. Nice.
I don't know. That's all I
else you
got,
got?
man. That's all
That's
I got.
it?
Yeah, that's all I got. That put us right at we're hour 6, man.
Oh, all right. That's good.
Anything that you want to talk about?
Man. No.
Business is good, though, right?
Yeah. fuck
Business
no.
is booming.
QPDR is doing pretty, like one of those hippos.
We know where he's been.
No, man. Shout out to dogs, man. Shout out to dogs.
Shout out to dogs for being man's best friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to dogs for
Unconditional love.
absolutely. They don't fucking ask for anything.
If you need a dog, go to Saving Hope and adopt one of their dogs that they have.
Sydney has got
sponsored.
one right now they're fostering.
Otter,
that is-
she's a doll.
she is the
darling.
cutest dog, but she is a hot mess. That dog is just like happy tail, want to just get in everything. I mean, she's just like so excited.
Listen, I was pretty impressed with all of the dogs because there was probably 15 or so dogs there at Panther Island Brewing the other night that were all available for adoption.
They said they were only going to bring 3, right?
Yeah, and a shit ton of people came. But the thing that I found impressive
They
was
probably saw like, oh, there's so many people here. Go ahead and bring all the dogs.
there's like 200 people there and 15 dogs, and none of them were going nuts.
None of them were barking.
They were like just chill, like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? I mean, like,
They could talk.
Otter, yeah, they were talking dogs. I mean, like, Saving Hope is doing work. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
putting chips in where they can talk. They're making sure they're. Okay, that's not true.
Talking dogs.
Talking dogs fighting cats.
They
What's
took
the
up a whole
world?
table playing poker. It was weird.
No, but it was a really cool event, and again, shout out to them. But yeah, there's tons of dogs available for adoption. In fact, there's been such an influx in the amount of dogs and like the cost of the treatment and all the medication, things like that. Saving Hope had to actually close their doors for allowing more pets to come in because they've got to like get rid of some ones they've got now. And so if you're ever thinking about adopting a pet, Saving Hope has some great ones, and it's kind of the time. Hopefully what we were able to do on Friday helps out a little bit, but really what would help is you going out, picking yourself a sweet puppers.
Hey, you. We need you to go adopt some dogs from Saving Hope. They're running out of room. Yeah, you. You. Go. Saving Hope. Talk to Sydney.
Well, I mean, or anyone there.
Or anybody there. It doesn't have to be her.
She didn't actually even work, so she just volunteered.
She works for Visit for Work.
Don't worry about that Sydney name.
Yeah, just shh. If you don't already do so, please make sure you follow us on all things social media at the Funky Panther. Yes, we are now on Threads, and yes, it is somewhat better than Twitter for some reason.
Also, we're now on FM radio, and also we have color TV.
Also, don't go to the people that we follow on
Yeah.
Twitter because you're going to be disappointed.
Oh no, do not.
No, don't do
There's
that.
not a lot of porn on there.
Yeah, we've got strayed away from our Twitter because it got weird.
It didn't get weird.
Who's
got
running that
weird.
thing?
No.
The one thing Javier has, he's just ruined. No. But yeah, we're on all things social media at The Funky Panther. You can find all that at thefunkypanther.com. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get an extra 30 minutes of good content there at the beginning where you're not going to catch it on the podcast. We'll have some Patreon stuff here in the near future where we're going to kind of spread this out and hopefully get some love from you all to help us like raise some money as we go into the new studio and get new computers and things like that. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining us, Zeus.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm glad he wasn't here to fill in.
Yeah, and
was great.
It would have been real boring with just Tim and I. So
Yeah,
thank you.
I know.
Yeah.
You guys are the worst.
I agree.
Anyhow.
Stay good, everybody. I'm Chad.
Don't listen to the RAP podcast.
Also, Songs by Zeus on Instagram if you want to follow me. And I got some shows coming up Saturday from 7 to 10.
Ooh,
Hop
yes.
Fusion.
Do it.
July 15th.
Best. What did I say?
July 15th.
I don't know what I said. July 15th.
You said Saturday, but who knows?
this Saturday.
2023.
July 15th, 2023. The year of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
I'm Chad.
Don't listen to the RAP podcast.
They know. Everyone knows.
Don't listen to it. I'm
More like the CRAP, Bob.
And
Yeah. But
I'm Tim.
and we are. Oh, wait.
Yeah, they know who I
And
am.
we are
Zeus.
the Funky Panther.
You just fucked that all up.
Sorry, dude.
Why?